What is going on, everyone? Ravik here, and welcome back to Blacksad. Now, for for this episode, my roommate is here. It's on a Sunday, and his room is located right behind the monitor. So this will be a good test to see if it picks up his sounds as well as mine. But I did find another clue on where to go to next, but before I jumped further into that clue, I stopped it right there so that way you guys can play the catch-up game and join me on this adventure. Now, without further ado, let's hop back into it. So, wait a few seconds, because there's like a 3-second lag, I think. So, okay, what we need to do, we gotta head back into the locker room. Now, I was pretty well stumped on trying to find where to go, so I checked the lockers over there, and we hopped right in here. Nope, not this one.
Of course.
Not that one. My bad. This one. And needless to say, it was a pretty big clue, hence why I stopped after I found it, and I didn't go any further. So, let's have a look-see. Yeah, those guys were in the first volume of the comic. I came across them. Yeah, created leaders of the RAC organization stand by Arthur Tucker, the dog kneeling, one of the 7 members arrested during the riots. Mr. Tucker, an amateur boxer, allegedly broke a police officer's jaw.
Bastards.
Yeah, I know, right? I don't play the racism
The proud
game.
South.
But what really got me?
Smells
The
like
blood.
paint.
Oh. Stay until Arthur Tucker's locker. Okay. So obviously we have Arthur Tucker, and then we have this, which was painted over not only close to Jake's locker, but also Bobby Yale's locker. So, we got ourselves a new clue dumped right into our lap, so hopefully this will help with that, and there it is, because it was smudged, so yep.
Arthur Tucker painted the racial slur on Yale's locker.
If I found any more clues to use with the, is that paint down there? I'm assuming so. Yeah, he just didn't bother cleaning it up. But, if I found another clue as to that would lead to the whereabouts of the one that's currently still in there, I will let you guys know, or hopefully we will find that answer somewhere along this episode, or somewhere further down the road. But if I find it off camera, I will be sure to let you guys know. So, let's see if we can find anything out about that guy. If we can talk to her. Hello? Sonia? Sonia? Can I talk to you? No? Still nothing we can access here. Oh. Sorry. Wrong button. I didn't really sleep all that great, and when you don't sleep great, your fingers don't want to move the way you want them to. I'm pretty sure we've all been there. So, let's go see if Jake knows anything about this guy, because his locker was also hitting that with the paint. and there's a locker that's cleared out. So, let's see.
Not all folks are as open-minded as Dunn. I happen to know who painted the lockers. Arthur Tucker.
I knew it. I knew it was him, that bastard. I'm gonna whip the white out of him.
Do it. If you can't look at it as equal, especially in the ring you're a professional boxer. But if you train with someone and you can't get past that, I think you need a few more blows to the head to knock those screws back into place. So, did anything else pop up? Mary has a cold, chest expander. Four different neck marks. Something just dawned on me. If it wasn't done by the scarf and it wasn't done by the rope, maybe by the hand from behind? Because if you do it from behind, you get like 4 different marks. But you would also have the thumbs to consider, because they would press along back here as you got a choke going from behind. And the fingernails would be pressed in, which would leave bruising at the time rigor mortis setting in. Like, the bruises would set in. So it wasn't a barehanded strangulation, and the rope is just your standard typical rope, so it wasn't that. Is there anything else up
I
here
don't know
I can look
why.
at?
Something just doesn't add up.
Is there anything else we can look at? 4 different... Wait a second. No, back out. Back out, please. Or there. 4 different marks. And then it was thrown in the garbage. Done suicide. Wait, so that? Okay, no. I wasn't sure if that would tie into anything. Those springs. And... no. Okay, so we have a bit of a heading with that. Combined with that, maybe he got pissed when he wanted to call off the fight. Okay. Still need to try and figure out where the photographs would come into play. Obviously, it has to do with Eugene Colbert and possibly the woman in the picture. Maybe. Mary has a cold. 4 different marks. There's 3 springs on that. But I think it could be adjusted with a 4th. Because we found the 4th one in his locker. So let's see if we could go back there. If it's still there, maybe that might be something else. And we still need to try and figure out the footprint, because those footprints are consistent. Because obviously they're like a boot-like design. And they've got that slice in them. I'm not sure if that's like a game glitch, or perhaps maybe that's how the shoe was. Stay out of Jake's. Because about the only major clue in there was the shamrock from his boss. Okay, so... okay. So we can't select that. Is there anything else? Remember, poet. Okay, so. Damn it. So many bloopers. Well, sorry. I'm also going to be looking at getting something for the mic here, so that way it's one of those foam cushion-like things. Get a big bundle of them, so that way if I lose one somewhere, then I got replacements. And they're surprisingly just very cheap. They're just a little cheap piece of foam. Okay, so we asked Jake about that. Let's go see if Sonia opens up anything on that investigation. Let's move that back. Nope. Still not wanting to talk. So, now we need to have a look at Smirnov. Gotta go this way. Is there anything here on the blackboard? Nope. Heavy bags. All the words. Can't make a phone call. Let's see. Let's see if our goat friend back here is awake. Is there anything else here in the garbage? Nope. If I don't find anything with the goat, I might try something a little different. I might pause the recording currently where it is. Like, throw up the pause screen, like so, and then pause the recording, and then when I find the next clue, I'll pause it again, and then hit it back up for recording. Let's see what happens. Okay, he's out of it, but can I get access to this? Is there anything here? Yeah. There's the springs, the chest expander. So there are 3 of them. Remember in episode 1 when we opened up the box, we found 1 of them, and there's 3 of them. So it's hard to tell whether or not that does have something to do with it, unless there's something else back here. Oh, 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 oh.
I might just be the last person in New York without a TV. Who needs one anyway?
Especially this day and age, you're not missing much, especially if you try and keep up with the news. Same shit, different day, really. I mean, that's just me. Everyone else is entitled to their own. But, okay. So, got nothing there. And it's clear that they came out this way. According to the goat, there was 4 people. Bobby Yale obviously would have left through the front door. Came in the front, left through the front. So we've checked the roof, we've checked the diner. She's not around. Anything this way? I don't think so. No. Okie dokie Loki. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pause this, and we are going to see what we can find down the road. So, I'm going to also pause the recording, so hopefully it won't take me too long. Stand by. Okay, so we are back, and as it turns out, it was one of the clues that I needed to trigger. It had to do with his height, his measurements, and then something fishy about his murder. And it led to this.
And I can barely reach the noose. There's no way Dunn hanged himself. Not on his own, at least.
So suicide was ruled out. So having a stool there, and he would still have to get up there. Okay, so now we solved one clue, and we got another clue. Let's find a cat. Sorry. Keep pressing the F1 instead of F2. Okay. He had 4 different neck marks. Dunn wasn't tall enough to hang himself from that noose, so he had to have been strangled with something else. And we still have the neck marks. So maybe that. And this is our new clue. So maybe. There we go.
Bobby Yale. I don't know if you had a motive to kill Dunn, but you certainly had the murder weapon.
Yeah, because, again, one of those ropes is inside the box in the locker, and the other 3 are still on the chest expander that was thrown in the garbage, but now the goat has them. So, we have another clue. Let's see what that is. He wanted to call off the fight. Dunn was strangled with Yale's chest expander. You have to be pretty strong with that thing too, because with the resistance of those and just expanding them out, you gotta. I think for that you would have to isolate the back muscles, like pull from the center of your back and there to help that maybe. I don't know. I could be wrong. Okay, so that photos. Mary has a cold. Done. So. Yeah, he wanted to call off the fight. And he got pissed.
Christ. Did Yale kill Dunn just because he wanted to call off the fight?
Ah. But there wasn't the neck wasn't snapped. Autopsy would have confirmed that. But they didn't do an internal autopsy there.
I always knew Bobby had issues.
If they had moved the neck, then...
But I never thought
hear
he'd
the
go that
grind.
far.
I couldn't say. In my line of work, you really shouldn't jump to conclusions.
Yeah, there's gotta be
But the
more.
chest expander, the box
was
in his
more
locker,
people
the
that
marks on
came
my
out.
father's neck. It all leads to him.
Unless it's a frame. I'm gonna go with a frame up.
In any
Is there-
case,
there's
that
still
doesn't
people
change a
that came
thing.
out.
It does, actually. Now we know he didn't kill himself.
My father's still dead, and you still haven't found Bobby Yale.
Dave's
Nothing
still
has
young.
changed. Opening the safe and finding my father's will won't help us achieve anything. So please hurry. Time's wasting.
Those were some expressions. Okay, so
Sonia's
Definitely
indifference
figured
never
that.
ceased to amaze me. But most importantly, why was she so opposed to Yale?
John Blacksad? I think I owe you an apology.
O'Leary.
Do I know you? I don't seem to remember your face.
Well, maybe you remember my boys. I'm so sorry they wrinkled your suit. The thing is, they didn't know we shared a common goal. Bobby Yale. I want to find him and get to the bottom of this as much as you do, Mr. Blacksad. So please, kindly accept my invitation. Why not share our findings? Come on. Hey, I see your suit isn't the only thing my men ruined. Of course. I always play it nice and safe.
Well. Okay. May as well. Because silence can still be used if you don't make a decision. But still, the odds are pretty well stacked against us right there. Plus, it's happening out in the open, too, so come on.
Thank you, Blacksad. You won't regret this. So let's cut to the chase. I need Bobby Yale to fight Stone. There's just too much money at stake. So, I'm offering you my help to find Yale. Let's work together.
What kind of help do you need?
A simple exchange of information. You're a good detective, and I, well, let's just say I have my own ways of making people talk. Why? What? Do my own ways scare you? Please, hear me out. Let's say I bet a beer that we find Yale in 3 days, and you bet a beer that we don't. In 3 days, one of us has to buy the other a beer. Is that so bad? We're simply two grown men using our money and free will to conduct a small private exchange. And most importantly, we're not hurting anyone. So, yeah, I run a gambling business. What's so bad about that?
I can't really say.
Well, I can. Nothing. But I'll tell you what is wrong. The way our government is ruining America. We live in a so-called free country. A place where honest people can make a living, provided they don't hurt anybody. We're not communists. Well, at least I'm not.
I would have never thought otherwise. As for me, I'm not either.
Ha! Well then, you see, we're all among friends. In any case, that's not my point. The government betrays our nation's values by passing communist laws that forbid an honest man like me to make a living without hurting a soul. And that, Mr. Blacksad, is just wrong. I'd even say it's unconstitutional. Do you get my point now?
All right.
I'll keep him
get
within
your
arm's length.
Ha! I knew you would.
If I
when the
could, I'd
government
keep 'em at
passes these
scope
laws,
length.
there's only one legitimate weapon the people can wield. The same weapon that turned America into a great nation. Civil disobedience. So, as the proud American that I am, it's my duty to disobey.
You're bending the truth to justify organized crime.
Oh, no. It might have been organized crime, but not anymore. I wasn't always a boss, you know. No, sir. I started at the bottom, when Lucky Blitzen ran the show. That good for nothing. His was a reign of terror, extortion, violence, you know, that sort of unpleasant thing. When I took over, I decided I'd make people want to do my bidding, not out of fear, but out of gratitude. I decided to help people so they would help me.
That beating your thugs gave me was really helpful. Thank you so much.
Those poor bastards didn't even know you were a detective, that you were on our side.
Maybe at first.
So he
But
called
when they
them
tied
off.
me up and beat the socks off me, they knew very well who I was.
Seriously? That goes against my rules. Who was it?
It was just Wilson.
That bastard. Don't you worry. I will have a serious talk with him. I cannot tolerate this behavior. Please accept my apologies, Mr. Blacksad. You see, a lot of people work for me. Many families depend on my business. Not only that, St. Christopher's Hospice practically lives on my donations. The widows of my late employees are set for life. Their kids get free schooling. The cops leave me alone because they know my business doesn't hurt anyone. On the contrary. And, it looks like we're here.
So it's a necessary evil type deal. That's what I think, at the very least. Yale's apartment is no longer guarded.
Yale's apartment?
I told you I'm on your side. Go ahead, search the place. I'll wait down here. When you're done, maybe you'll change your mind and share your findings with me. Or not. It's your call, Mr. Blacksad. I'll make sure you're suitably compensated. Wilson, come here.
Shit. I don't really like it. I don't like the way that's played out, but it's a bit too late for that. So, right now, he is necessary. Okay. Oh, we got a pizza.
The worst thing about O'Leary's boys dropping by isn't the beating, but the fact that I can't tell what's theirs and what's Yale's. Doesn't seem like the best food for a boxer. Then again, it could be your classic bookie thug lunch.
2 beers and they shared a pizza. Got a card. Oh yeah, while I was off camera, up on the roof, I found another 2 cards. One of them was a half a card that's behind on the other side of the door, like as you walk back, and then to the right on the other side, you'll find half a card there, and then you walk to where the 2x4s were when Weekly got across. There's a whole card stuck to the window there. Okay, so. But yeah, since those guys are not here, now it's going to be hard to tell.
He seems like a nice kid, but I barely know him.
I went to Luna Park with Yale. Can I look back at that? Scarf. So I have a bit of a better description of what to look for scarf-wise. Because even if those two weren't seeing each other, then odds are she probably kept the scarf to use until either A, she could buy a new one, or B...
17th century French fables. Mare must be one boring old lady.
Ugh. Anything else? Oh, other card. Otis. Oh. Wrong button again. I didn't even mean to hit that one yet. Okay. French poet and that scarf. She's gonna more than likely hang on to it till till later. Till she finds a new one, or it just has some sentimental value. Good memories. Like, there are things I hang on to that have good memories. So he's not a dish doer. Oh. Wow. It's another boxer losing his mind, but that kind of pose kind of reminds me of something from The Killing Joke. With the way that the hands are and on the face, especially the eyes. If you go over to Google, look up the Killing Joke, you'll find this picture somewhere in there of the Joker laughing. That's almost exactly the same look with the hand position, the eyes, but you'll just see Joker laughing. Killing Joke is another good one. It's freaky as hell. It got dark in there pretty quick. But It's another one that's a good read. I remember reading that back at Fort Benning. Huh.
So, you like your mob stories, don't you, Bobby?
It's supposed to be like The Godfather, I'm assuming.
Seems like Bobby inherited something more than boxing skills from his father, besides the tendency to vanish into thin air, of course. Nice chain.
Chain with a boxing glove. Could be something. Sorry, don't mean to do that. Man, what is wrong with me? I thought I've at least woken up a little bit more.
Why would you want such a big closet for so few clothes? Unless someone emptied it recently.
Maybe he skipped town? So, here's what I'm thinking. I want to pause right here, or at least kind of stop. Ooh. Avenarius complete
Copy
poems.
1 of 3. Do you know any of his relatives?
His father, Avenarius.
Avenarius? The boxer poet? Didn't he disappear 20 years ago?
Could that be a link? Okay, so I'm going to pause this right here for a second. Here's what I'm currently thinking. It's a setup because Jake walked in, he took the back door, walked in, and saw those two arguing. Joe punched the paint can, hence why some of that paint got on the floor. Those two were arguing, and he got I think Bobby stormed out the front door after the argument. What the argument was about, I don't know, but it was enough that Joe was willing to call off the fight if he didn't straighten up. Based on what Jake said, even though his memory isn't all there, it's there for the key points that are needed. And then Jake left out the back door. I think Bobby would have taken the front door and then just stormed out. And then two more came in, or at least someone familiar with the place. Maybe it's possible that the white supremacist boxer, he might be in on it. He might have had the key to get into the place for some off-time training, maybe, or just going in to just for your workout things, kind of like how the gyms are nowadays. If you got a key to scan in, yeah, you can get into 24-hour gyms as long as you have the right credentials. Hence that. So maybe he had handed it, and one other that was tall enough to get in there, and they strangled him with that. Then set it up to make it look like suicide. Someone either tall enough or strong enough to work together to get it to look like he hanged himself. And then on the way out, he tosses the paint can, and also tosses the chest compressor, but leaving one of those cords in Bobby Yale's box in his locker. Maybe someone else had access to it. So I'm thinking it's a frame up. But one key clue that we're missing is why is Joe Dunn, why would he want to call off the fight? Could it be drugs or possibly a bad gamble? Let me know what you think in the comments below. I want to hear some of
Judging
y'all's
by the
theories.
general state of the apartment, they were leading a quiet life.
Nothing wrong with that. Your stereotypical toilet. A window. Oh. I think those are leaves from the plant, because the window is still up and the pot looks perfectly fine. Nothing to really highlight, and if he was going to do a mob thing, because that cover did look similar to The Godfather. So there's that one scene to The Godfather with the handgun taped in the bathroom toilet, Godfather style. Maybe, but it's a bit of a reach and a bit of a thing to do, because you gotta close that, get that lid off, and then
Judging by the general state of the
and then
apartment,
reach up
they
and get
were
the
leading
gun
a
out.
quiet life.
That's a bit of a chore to do. Okay, I'm gonna see, can I get a better angle? Oh, that's the bathtub. So there's nothing else there. Is there anything else here at the desk? Because there's the that painting and then the painting of the ring. Closet's either been cleared out. So I could tell him he's more than likely skipped town. Oh. That's what I'm thinking. I think he skipped town. It is very, very possible. Call off the fight, and then no other. And then with this going on, ain't no one else gonna really want to work with him.
A woman's fragrance. Almost angelical.
Scarf at Yale's place, and it looks like the same type of scarf that's in the picture. Well, let's check the fridge.
I'm not sure how Yale's love of pickles will help me crack the case, but it's good to know.
Okay. He likes pickles. Okay. So, we found the scarf. So now, we got ourselves another clue, gents. And ladies. Okay. There's a scarf there. And we got that.
That means she's been here recently, but why? What does Sweet Mary have to do with Yale, the murder suspect?
Slang about Yale. Is there a way I could pick that up? Who's been at Yale's place? Mary Purnell and Bobby Yale killed Dunn. Lover's quarrel? Nah. I mean, he might. I mean, if Joe might have found out about Mary and Bobby, he might have threatened to call off the fight, but I highly doubt it, especially if the gym's rep was on the line. Yeah, I highly doubt he would have called the fight on that. Is there anything here in the corner? Just want to make sure I'm thorough enough, because Lord knows we covered the gym head to toe, and this is just a new area. I don't know if I would have another chance to come through here. So the book's the only thing there. Why do I keep hitting that? Okay, I'll go back. And not only that, I know Wilson's gonna be pissed. Ran him out, but not the other. No, we don't have enough to go on anything else. Oh. You know what? For shits and or giggles, yeah. Yeah, I kind of figured. Would have been weird. You know, I'd just be like, God damn, Mary's working all the angles.
When I left, I told O'Leary I hadn't found a thing. The minute I was alone, I left for Mary's.
Ah. So,
But before all that, I took a small parting gift for her.
so I'm thinking O'Leary is a bit of a necessary evil. He has certain rules that he plays by. Some of the guys that are under his command don't like those rules, but he called off the attack.
I've never trusted angels.
Mr. Blacksad? What a...
Surprise? When they fall, they turn into demons.
Joey told me he was going to spend the afternoon painting the gym and that Bobby would be fixing something up on the roof. So, after I found the body and called the police, I went to Bobby's place, but he wasn't there.
So you knew that Yale was with Dunn when he died, and yet you told no one.
I guess I just forgot. Everything is so confusing. I'm sorry, Mr. Blacksad.
Don't be. I'm here to figure it all out. What's your relationship with Bobby Yale?
He was like a son to Joey, and we were about to get married, so, you know.
Okay, I think it's time to set things straight.
Let's see.
I think you and Bobby Yale conspired to kill Dunn.
No! How can you even think of something like that?
How can you convince me otherwise? I found a picture at Yale's apartment. It's you and him on a roller coaster. Care to explain, Miss Purnell?
I'm not white, Mr. Blacksad.
What?
7 of my great-grandparents were white. The 8th was black. According to law, I'm a black citizen, even if my skin says the contrary. Do you know what that means when you're born in North Arlington, Alabama?
Segregated housing, with far worse homes for colored people.
We even have different water fountains, for God's sake. The separate but equal doctrine and all that.
That damn nonsense.
And all the lies. That's why I moved here. No one knows what color my great-grandparents were.
I completely understand you, Mary.
Just think if you were also a woman.
Mm.
He's my nephew, Mr. Blacksad. Joe and I first started taking care of poor Bobby when my sister died. That was when he was almost 15. The 3 of us went on that trip to Luna Park.
So this is where Joe Dunn comes in.
Bobby was the only one who knew about me and Joey. We were afraid that someone would use my past to ruin his career.
It's not the first time I hear that story. I'm sorry I accused you so lightly.
Don't worry, I understand.
Still. Okay. Let's see. Anything? Ah. Hello. Ah.
TV and radio all in one. Where will these mad times lead us?
How about to where we are currently? What the hell is that? Is that a scent stream? Oh, come on.
Fresh out of the oven. The whole room smells like pie.
Fine, we were talking about pies and cakes last night on the on Twitch. Oddly enough, one of them brought up meat pies. Okay, so the whole place smells like pie. We got fire going. Pick picnic basket? Homes of Lovelace. Melinda S. Lovelace. Lovelace. That sounds familiar. Come on. There we go.
Mary smells like... Actually, the whole room smells like a pie fresh out of the oven. So I can't identify any other fragrances.
Okay. So that masks something. And she's got it covered up. So. Okay, there we go. I don't know why it does that.
That cherry pie smells so good. I'm starting to get hungry.
Thanks. I pulled it out of the oven right before you arrived. Oh, where are my manners? I'm the worst hostess in the world. Let me go get a knife from the kitchen. And you must be thirsty. Let me see. OJ? Coffee?
Water's good, thanks.
Got that. And...
That's some beautiful artwork you got there.
Something tells me she didn't buy it. But without the pie, she won't be able to cover up any scents. Good Lord, man. You're just about eating the whole damn thing. Okay. Okay. And now she can't hide the scent. And something's up with the fireplace there. It's burning, but it's burning pixels. Okay. Here we go. Let's zoom in. So we
now
got
that
her
there's almost no pie left, the scent has also disappeared. Interesting. Now Mary smells like a huge dog. Mary, when are you going to stop lying? I know your nephew is here. I can smell him.
What? No. I already told you I don't know where he is.
She's
Look,
trying to protect
I
him.
understand why you're protecting him.
Like a
But
mother
it's in
trying
his
to protect
best
a
interest
kid.
to end this hide and seek.
You can search the whole house if you want. Go ahead. He's not here.
Okay. So we are on the trail of something.
Wait a minute. She's not the one who smells like that.
He's here. And she put the pie here, maybe because he sat here.
That's where Bobby Yale's scent is coming from. So, that's why you were sitting there.
What? I don't know what you're talking about.
Yes, you do.
That's gotta be interesting.
Could you step aside so I can check, please?
Please go.
Mary, for Christ's sake, put that knife down, would you?
Leora.
Mary, please, calm down.
I mean it.
I don't want to hurt you.
Leave her alone!
Shit. Oh.
Bobby!
D. D. A. W. Shit. Trick. Crap. Ow. Okay, that's a bit new for something like this. I mean, okay, so we go here. We go to the tray. Come on. Ow! Stop it! Oh, crap. Oh, they changed that on me. Okay, come on. Give me the tray, give me the tray. Give me the tray. Nope. Down, boy. Ah, crap. Yeah, I'm still not good when it comes to keyboard. I gotta look and type sometimes, but okay. I'm getting there. Okay.
I'm gonna kill you!
I'm on your side, Bobby.
But I'm not on yours!
Ow. Ah, crap. Here we go again. Uh-oh. Heart attack?
Bobby!
Call
Really?
an ambulance. Do as I say. Go on, call an ambulance. Do it now.
Okay,
In the face of a heart attack, there's two things you can't forget.
chest compressions.
1. Stay calm. 2. 1 chest compression per second.
Okay, what am I gonna hit here?
1 Mississippi.
Oh, crap.
2 Mississippi. 3 Mississippi. 4 Mississippi. 5 Mississippi. 6 Mississippi. 7 Mississippi.
Bobby!
Okay.
Oh, Bobby!
That almost gave me a heart attack. I am not good when it comes to keyboard.
Bobby! Thank you.
I had lots of reasons to consider this a great day.
But now?
I had investigated a suicide case. I had discovered that, in truth, we were dealing with a murder. I had found and captured the prime suspect. And I had saved a life.
Grant, yeah, we took our lickings, but he's alive. There goes Big Chin. Good lord.
And yet,
There
everything
you
in
go.
me screamed that something was going wrong. Terribly wrong.
Oh. Okay. So,
Promise me you won't take the law into your own hands. I'd like to think we're not just vigilantes.
okay, come on.
I want a gun.
What the hell?
Bang, bang, bang.
A fair amount.
Okay. So, we are going to stop this here. So, as it turns out, you gotta make sure that you go through all the clues and ask all the questions to all the people, so that way the story can progress on. And yeah, we took our lickings on this one, and we managed to save the life. But if you guys have any theories on the current case that we're on, because I don't think it's over, as Blacksad said. I think this case is going to get bigger. So, if you guys have any theories on what all is happening, then leave a comment down below. But on a separate note, please hit the like button if you like what you saw, hit the subscribe button to keep up to date, and thank you all so much for tuning in. Again, this is Ravik, and I will see you all down the road. Laters!